Hello everyone, it is Andrea, your global motivational speaker under the mentorship of the Mr. Les Brown and your personal accountability coach, bringing you content every single day. I thank you for joining me today. Today I want to touch on a little bit more serious note because I feel that this needs to be heard. For those of you who have been following me for some time, you may know my story. For others, I welcome you to grab a seat, listen attentively, and be ready to allow me to help you. Growing up, I was a victim of abuse, neglect, abandonment. And to be quite honest, upon my arrival to America, I had no identity. When you're growing up in the world, you feel like you have some contribution to be made. Sure, the jovial years, you have fun, playing, making your mark in the world, and learning through lessons and losses. But as I was growing up, I was a victim of abuse. And I know what it's like to have something deep inside that is eating at your core, and you fear to share it with someone. Will you be judged? Is it your fault? Do you deserve this? Did you initiate it? Did you allow this to happen? Well, in my experiences, I was doubted. I was perceived to have fabrication to the story. It was deemed that I was seeking attention. Although those support systems and services were provided, it still left a scar. It still left a scar on my heart on how should I trust anyone anymore. Who am I to be the one to feel vulnerable, to feel courageous enough to share anything of my personal thoughts, feelings, or self-worth? And through my elementary and middle school and high school years, I was bullied. I was neglected. Who am I to figure out how should I be a people pleaser or should I be in isolation? These were thoughts that were going through my mind time and time again. Am I good enough? Do I deserve this? Am I able to get through this? Now, during my time, there were services that were provided. There were people to confide in. But like I mentioned before, when you aren't taken seriously the first time, what makes you think you want to try again? And so throughout my years, I wanted to be involved and immersed in industries where I can learn how to effectively listen, learn how to effectively communicate. And I enrolled in that of the cultural diversity and dynamics of social work, understanding all the different realms, upbringings, religions, lifestyles, economic status, and the diversity is much, much more in the world. And I also enrolled in psychology, where I can understand the science behind what was going on, not only in the world, but in my own head. You see, during my infantry years, I was in an underdeveloped country during the war-torn drug zone era at its prime, that of the cartel in Colombia, South America. My family was unable to care for themselves, let alone me, but they made the ultimate sacrifice to share me and put me up for adoption to the promised land of America. And though this was a treasure to my adopted family and allowing me a second chance on life, this was a tragedy. I had no identity. At the time, I had no medical records. I had no photographs, nothing of the nature of the stature of what we have available at the fingertips that we have today. Sure, it was difficult getting by in life. I was laughed at. I was jeered at. I was rejected, isolated. And then it turned for a different side of me, where I didn't trust anyone. I didn't want to be around anyone. But truth be told, the joke was on me. I was just doing a disservice to myself. I wasn't loving myself. I wasn't caring for myself. How could I pass up this opportunity the universe and my Creator gave me at a second chance of life? Sure, I dealt with the trials and tribulations of being a child, a minority, an adoptee, not fitting in, not knowing where I came from or where I'm going. But these were the tools that allowed me to excel and push my life forward, to pay it forward to individuals in need when they're in the darkness. I felt that I wasn't deserving of anything. If my own family didn't want me, how could I be a service or benefit to others? But it was at the moment that I decided to invest in myself. I learned about my areas of weaknesses. I learned about my areas of strength. I learned about what I can and can't do, what my limitations are. And I learned that my limitations were only to what I created them to be. We are living in a time of the unknown, a two-dimensional world. And it is difficult on us all. Some of us are living with our predator. Others are living with our stigmatisms, our labels, our conditions, our limitations. And some of us have been fortunate to see the light within and allow ourselves to excel and pass the torch to you and allow you to see your fullest potential. Being neglected was very difficult for me. And I would go above and beyond and do whatever it takes to seek approval. But in the turn, I was harming myself, devaluing myself. When I was abused, I felt like I deserved it. Something I did, whether it be subconscious, for being put up for adoption, I wasn't worthy. Self-sabotage, I was in my own way. And having no identity, being lost, losing several time and time again, whether it be individuals of my family and friends or loss of identity of my Creator and myself. These are tough times that we are living in right now. The world is turned upside down, backwards, inside out, and forwards. But I allow you to learn from me some key points that I've developed over the decades that I've been here on Earth, and some of the unconscious and subconscious ones on my previous lives. Number one, the only thing you have to do is die. That's the only thing you have no control over. It may sound morbid, but it is true. And the reason I say that is because there are no limitations for you to achieve and live your dream. Number two, you must have patience with yourself. Allow yourself to heal, to feel, and to resonate with all that's going around, both inside and outside of your mind, body, spirit, and soul. Number three, understand that not everybody's going to see things the way you do. Allow yourself to be light in the darkness of others, but allow yourself to be distant in toxicity and when there's an area of where you agree to disagree. Number four, never pressure yourself to do something you don't feel comfortable with. If it feels uncomfortable that you're trying to pursue a goal, that's the universe and Creator challenging you that you can do it. It is possible. On the other side of the coin, if you feel that it's of toxicity, a disadvantage, or something that's not right, your intuition will always steer you in the right direction. Allow yourself and your mind to be opened. We are all different individuals and have different experiences, but it is our responsibility, our due diligence, holding ourselves accountable to be honest and true, not only with the world around us, but the reflection in the mirror. I hope these key tips have helped you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if this video has given you value, I encourage you to share it, for paying it forward is the best positive way to give back. My name is Andrea. Press play. Plan life according to you in this game of the life, and take the pen in your own hand. And on that note, giving you daily content, I will see you in the next video. Be safe, be well, my friends. Thank you.